I want to send this message to you because prices are up, the economy is down, and Republicans in Congress have shut down the government, which is resulting in doubling down on a healthcare crisis of their own making. Democrats are here in Washington, D.C., trying to get a deal to avoid the damage that President and Republicans are doing and to reopen the government. My Republican colleagues, on the other hand, have fled town. They are refusing to come to the table to negotiate rolling back the cuts to Medicaid, as well as extending the Affordable Care tax credits. In the past week, I've traveled all over Northwest Washington State, all over my district, to hear directly from people that I represent and how the Republican healthcare crisis is impacting their lives today. I met with healthcare providers and leaders from the Washington Health Benefit Exchange, Unity Care Northwest, Island Health, Seymour Mount Vernon Clinic, Chuckanut Health Foundation, Verdant Health Commission, and the Snow Isle chapter of the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And on Monday, I hosted a roundtable for members of the community to share their personal stories with me directly. In all of these conversations, the message I heard was the same. Hardworking families in the 2nd District are facing the prospect of having to choose between paying rent, buying groceries, or going to the doctor because of deliberate Trump administration policies. Republicans' big ugly law has pushed healthcare to the brink. And now, by letting essential healthcare tax credits expire, they're trying to kick the healthcare system over the cliff. Wendy from Bellingham told me that if the ACA tax credits expire, she and her husband will have to close their landscaping business because they will not be able to afford healthcare insurance anymore without the tax credits. Another small business owner, Catherine, told me that her family paid roughly $30,000 this year for health insurance. And if the Republican government funding plan goes through, they expect to have to pay $50,000 to $55,000 next year, which is more than they can afford. In fact, 25,000 people in my district alone, 25,000 people in my district alone will be facing premium increases of 65% if the Affordable Care Act tax credits don't go into effect. A person from Island County wrote to my office anonymously and said that, quote, my monthly bills are currently $800 a month. If this credit is removed, then my monthly bills will jump to $1,300 a month. If this happens, I will go broke. I don't know what I'll do, and I'm very scared now. In addition to all of this, the Republican cuts to Medicaid will have a devastating impact on your friends, on your neighbors. Keep in mind that 60% of the babies born in Skagit County in 2023 were born into families that use Medicaid as their primary health care. It's a lot of people. These are your friends and your neighbors who are negatively impacted by these Medicaid cuts. If you take the healthcare tax credits expiring and the Medicaid cuts together, Washington State's uninsured rate will probably more than double, according to most estimates, from about 4.9% to somewhere over 10% of people being uninsured. That's what it was like in the days before the Affordable Care Act. Keep in mind as well, each congressional district in Washington State, we represent about 760,000 or so people in each congressional district. Because of the Republican actions, we are talking about the equivalent, the population equivalent of a full congressional district in Washington State being uninsured. That's how big this problem is that the Republicans are creating. Now, I visited Everett Airport, Payne Field, a few days ago to show support for air traffic controllers and for TSA agents who are showing up to work to keep the flying public safe without getting paid because of the Republican shutdown. And as I was leaving, one of the airport employees stopped me in the parking lot. His message to me about the shutdown was simple: hold the line. Hold the line. And that's exactly what we're going to do. I, along with House Democrats, will continue to hold the line on protecting accessible, affordable health care. We'll continue to hold the line on extending the ACA tax credits, hold the line on rolling back the cuts to Medicaid, and hold the line on lowering the cost of health care and on lowering the cost of living. Republicans must come to the negotiating table now and work with Democrats to reverse the damage this administration has done. So I'll keep voting and keep fighting to make healthcare affordable and accessible and to get our economy back on the right track. Thank you very much.